Have you ever thought about where you can travel in the future, only to find that some countries might not welcome you anymore? What if I told you that by 2025, certain countries will tighten their borders, making it harder for Filipinos to get in? Stick around, because we're about to uncover the shocking truth about which countries are becoming harder to visit. Hi, and welcome to the channel. We're all about bringing you the latest in travel news, trends, and tips to make your adventures easier and more enjoyable. Today, we're talking about the 10 countries where Filipinos could face major travel restrictions by 2025. Now, let's explore the 10 countries where Filipinos may face tougher entry requirements in the near future. Number 1. Australia. Australia has long been a dream destination for Filipinos, whether for work, study, or tourism. But in recent years, stricter immigration policies have been implemented, especially following the rise in global economic pressures. These changes include more rigorous visa application processes and heightened scrutiny for temporary visitors. By 2025, these policies are expected to become even stricter, especially for Filipinos seeking short-term or long-term stays. Why it matters? Australia's visa process has become more selective, with a focus on skilled workers, students, and high-income tourists. This shift in priorities means that Filipinos without clear job prospects or high financial standing might face greater difficulty obtaining visas. There's also growing concern over security and population management, which is influencing these tough border policies. Number 2. Italy. Italy has traditionally been a top destination for Filipino workers, particularly in caregiving and domestic services. However, the economic situation in Italy is changing. Due to a struggling economy and rising unemployment rates, the government is tightening immigration rules, making it harder for Filipinos to enter, either for work or tourism. Why it matters? With Italy facing rising public debt, higher unemployment, and growing anti-immigration sentiments, the outlook for Filipinos traveling to Italy looks uncertain. Employment opportunities for Filipinos in the domestic and service sectors are shrinking, and visa approvals could become more selective. For those thinking of Italy as a place to visit, it may be wise to plan carefully. Italy isn't the only country making it tougher for Filipino travelers. Let's explore another destination that could be a challenge for Filipinos to visit by 2025. Number 3. Singapore. Singapore has always been one of the more accessible destinations for Filipinos, known for its thriving economy and tourist-friendly reputation. However, the city-state is facing an economic slowdown, and the government is focusing more on local talent, limiting the opportunities for foreign workers and tourists alike. Why it matters? With the government's ongoing efforts to reduce its reliance on foreign labor, Filipinos who are hoping to find work or even visit on tourist visas may face challenges. In 2025, we can expect a tightening of visa requirements, and travelers may find it increasingly difficult to enter the country. Singapore may be a familiar destination for many, but what's happening here could change the travel plans of thousands. Let's move on to the next country on our list. Number 4. United Arab Emirates. The UAE has been a top destination for Filipino workers, especially in hospitality, construction, and healthcare. But by 2025, the UAE's new economic direction under its Vision 2030 plan could reduce the demand for foreign workers. Why it matters? The UAE is moving towards creating more local job opportunities and reducing its reliance on foreign labor. This shift means that Filipinos looking for work may struggle to obtain work permits, and tourism visa regulations may also become stricter as the country prioritizes its citizens. With these changes in labor and immigration policies, Filipino travelers may have to think twice before heading to the UAE in the future. The UAE might not be the go-to destination it once was for Filipinos, but that's not all. Let's look at the next country that could restrict access for Filipino travelers by 2025. Number 5. South Korea. South Korea has been a popular destination for Filipino workers, particularly in factories and as caregivers. However, rising nationalism and a focus on local employment are likely to affect the number of foreign workers allowed into the country. Why it matters? South Korea's government has introduced policies to reduce the number of foreign workers as part of its Korean First initiatives. This shift in priorities means that Filipinos may face increased scrutiny when applying for visas and fewer opportunities to work in industries where they have traditionally found jobs. South Korea's changes could make it harder for Filipinos to live and work there, But let's move on to the next country on the list. Number 6, Japan. Japan, with its booming economy and aging population, has long depended on foreign workers, including Filipinos, particularly in caregiving and manufacturing. However, Japan's changing immigration policies, aimed at reducing foreign worker dependency, are creating challenges for Filipino travelers. Why it matters? In 2025, the government is expected to further tighten immigration laws, making it more difficult for Filipinos to secure work or residency permits. Additionally, Japan's focus on cultural integration and its high expectations regarding language proficiency may pose a barrier for Filipinos hoping to settle or work there. Japan's evolving immigration policies could make it a less accessible destination for Filipinos. Number 7, Kuwait. Kuwait has been a favorite destination for Filipinos seeking work, especially in domestic services. However, political tensions and the country's strict labor laws are expected to impact Filipino travelers in 2025. Why it matters? Kuwait is actively reducing the number of foreign workers in the country, making it difficult for Filipinos to obtain employment visas. Tourism visas may also be harder to come by, as the country focuses on limiting foreign influence and ensuring that local workers are prioritized for jobs and opportunities. Kuwait's restrictions on foreign workers could lead to even more barriers for Filipinos soon. Number 8, Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia has traditionally been a popular destination for Filipino workers in fields like construction and healthcare. However, the country's Vision 2030 plan, which aims to reduce reliance on foreign workers, is changing the landscape for Filipino travelers. Why it matters? By 2025, Saudi Arabia will continue to prioritize local employment, making it harder for foreign workers to find opportunities. Additionally, tougher immigration laws may prevent Filipinos from securing tourist or work visas. The changing political and economic climate in the kingdom will likely limit access for Filipino travelers in the coming years. Saudi Arabia's ongoing reforms could make it more difficult for Filipinos to enter the country. Number 9, Malaysia. Malaysia has been a long-time destination for Filipinos, especially for work in agriculture and construction. However, political changes and shifting economic priorities are starting to affect Filipino travelers. Why it matters? Malaysia's government is implementing more stringent visa and immigration controls, which could make it harder for Filipinos to work or travel there. As the country focuses on building a more localized economy, Filipinos seeking to enter the country may face significant hurdles. Malaysia is another country that's becoming harder to enter for Filipinos. But let's finish our list with one more surprising destination. Number 10, Qatar. Qatar has been a top choice for Filipino workers, especially in construction, hospitality, and healthcare. However, Qatar's increasing push to prioritize its own citizens in the workforce is changing the landscape for foreign workers. Why it matters? Qatar is introducing tougher visa policies and labor laws, which will make it more difficult for Filipinos to secure work visas. As the country focuses on its economic diversification plan, foreign workers will face tougher restrictions, making tourism and long-term work visas harder to obtain. Qatar's stricter visa policies will likely impact Filipinos in 2025, making it more challenging to visit. Did any of these countries surprise you? If you're thinking of traveling to any of them in 2025, it might be time to reconsider your plans or start preparing for more complex visa processes. Let us know in the comments if other countries should be on the list. Remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more travel updates and tips. Stay informed and travel smart.